I'm standing by with Paul Keung, who is the CFO of Taomee. And Paul, yes, you were able to complete this IPO successfully, even though we've heard from some other Chinese companies who've delayed or canceled their own IPOs. Ally Financial also delayed their own IPO today. Why is it that you, amid all this scrutiny on Chinese IPOs in particular, were able to complete this IPO?
Investors, I think, really see through all that. We have a very simple story, a very strong market position. We have great revenue growth, great margins, a lot of cash.
In a nutshell. Let me ask you, though, about this scrutiny that's being paid to Chinese IPOs. Are you concerned about the kind of scrutiny that Chinese companies in the U.S., trading in the U.S., that they're getting right now? Do you think some of it is justified, or is it overdone?
Well, I think as an investor, you always want to be extremely careful and very, very picky in terms of what stocks you pick. I think it's, for us as a company, we're very proud and that we've been accepted, oversubscribed. A lot of investors welcomed us, and we have a very strong, very attractive shareholder base.
Yeah, maybe investors were interested, but you did not raise as much as you had hoped to raise. You'd hoped to raise 100 million, you raised 65 million. And the question I'm wondering is how much of that was impacted by this kind of scrutiny on Chinese IPOs, and what did you actually do to assure or to help convince investors to bite, given the fact that your company could eventually be one of these targets by short sellers?
I think first thing is the number 100 million was just really a number to file with. We actually we priced in the range. We raised sufficient capital what we need. And as it relates to convincing investors, we were oversubscribed. We had a full days of meetings every day, very strong feedback. And very large, reputable investors did their homework, and they bought into our offering, and so we feel very good about that.
But still, how do you convince investors at this point that you can prevent against short seller attacks? What are you doing at Taomee to create more transparency then?
Well, transparency just comes with being a public company. We're very transparent. I mean, in our financials, in how we report going forward, it's part of a best practices and corporate governance. So we try to do all the best practice things that we can do to be transparent and let investors feel very comfortable buying our stock. As it relates to short sellers, we can't control what happens in the market, but we know if we perform and we continue to do returns on invested capital, good returns on equity, we'll do very well.
One of the underwriters that used was Deutsche Bank. They also underwrote Long Top, which had sold off amid these concerns about their financials as well. Why did you use Deutsche Bank? Did they actually visit your location in China at all? What kind of due diligence did they do for you?
Well, I think we had two book runners and 4 co-managers. They all visited the company. They all spent a lot of time with us. Deutsche Bank and CS in particular, basically was with us almost every day through this whole process, and spent a lot of time going through our financials. We had monthly diligence calls, so I think they did what I think is a very good job.
Okay. Getting back to Taomee and the growth profile, you've had enormous growth. I think net income went up 17-fold from 2009 to 2010. Can that growth trajectory continue for the next 5 years, let's say, and what is it going to be like as far as you see it?
Well, I think last year's was a milestone year. I wouldn't take that growth rate because the company's only 3 years old. So 08, 09 are really the very beginning of the company. Last year was our first year. We had 2 products very successful. I think a good base of revenues where to go from. We have 2 very popular brands in China, especially elementary and middle school students. Those brands will be generating value for a long time. And so I think you can speak from very healthy growth for, over the coming years. Not the kind of growth that you saw 09 to 010, but that's not really representative of anything.
Paul, Renren has, the other social networking site in China, has more than 100 million accounts. You have 27 million. When will you get to 100 million accounts among children users in China?
Well, China has 180 million children between 5 and 15. Right now, we're very dominant with elementary school and lower middle school. As our kids get older, we have a lot of products. We have a chance to see our movies. We have TV series coming out. We have a number of very popular books last year. You'll start seeing our products with our characters in the fast food chains and the sort of Happy Meal type stuff. So I think hopefully we'll have impact on kids' lives for a very long time.
All right, Paul. So no exact numbers there on how many users.